Hey, welcome to the Square Off TV, everybody. I just wanted to talk. I was surprised when I actually just looked at the UFC pound for pound list, and I was actually kind of shocked. Um, we have there's like two guys fighting this weekend that are on the pound for pound list, and there's been changes to it because I heard it live, and I was, I mean, the Aussies are kicking ass. I'm telling you, we got two Aussies in the top two. Well, yeah, in the top two. Well, is um, I'm sorry, no, we got two Aussies in the top three. Two Aussie and two Australians in the top three. I told you the Australians and that gym period, city kickboxing. I'm sorry, um, Izzy's from New Zealand, but it's the same fucking thing. So I'm calling them Aussies, okay? Billy Niz is calling them Aussies. I ain't got no time to figure out if New Zealand, whatever. If Dan Hooker gets mad, he gets mad, but he ain't on this list. So, anyways, um, we have Kamaru Usman, the welterweight champion and number one, and I can, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, the guy, he's made how many defenses three defenses this past year? I don't think I've seen anyone um, defend their title as much as him in such a short period of time. Kamaru Usman, and he don't do it to no slouches. I mean, he um, but one of those wins shouldn't really count because it was on 6 days' notice. But then he came back and knocked this person clear the fuck out. Right after he actually I'm not sure if I'm wrong about this, but I think he might have defended it one more time before he fought Masvidal again. So, or if it was right at, but I'm pretty sure he fought, yeah, Gilbert Burns. He beat Gilbert Burns, then fought Gamebred again. So yeah, so that's crazy. I mean, he's came a long way. That he's a Trevor Whitman guy. Trevor Whitman, as a matter of fact, has um how many? He's got two guys in the pound for pound. Yep, he's got two guys in the pound for pound. I mean, I don't know how it is for women. I mean, Rose, she's a fucking champ. She should. I mean, boxing put Clarissa Shields in the pound for pound list, which I think women, when it comes to specific lists, especially like pound for pound, women should not be involved. Women should stick with the women. When it comes to fighting, women should stick with the women, and the men should stick with the men. I mean, it don't say the pound for pound, gender to gender list, you know? I mean, it's pound for pound. That means, you know, that's just how I feel. I'm not sexist or anything, but, you know, it is what it is. So, we got Alexander Volkanovski in number 2. And I was actually shocked to see that. I really was. I I figured like I I mean I figured Israel Adesanya would be before him, but Izzy lost to Jan. So I agree with this. Alexander Volkanovski, he's beaten Max Holloway twice. Joe, who else? I mean, the guy's just on an absolute tear since he won the title. Um, and like I just said, Israel Adesanya is in number 3, which I don't. I mean, he lost this year, even though he went up in weight. I have a problem with that. He is unbelievable, but like I told you before, his worst nightmare is coming straight to his division, and he might get an immediate title shot. So all you UFC middleweights, don't. Well, actually, Robert Whitaker will get. Well, this person, Alex Pereira, who's beaten Izzy twice, Israel Adesanya, and knocked him clean the fuck out once. Um, he's gonna get the winner of the Adesanya versus Whitaker. And like I said in the last video, I think Whitaker. Before I knew Alex Pereira was signed a deal with the UFC, I said Whitaker is the only guy that can beat Izzy in this weight class, and obviously I have to change my mind because the only man to beat him and knock him the fuck out. This was in kickboxing, but you know they it's the same thing. I mean, Izzy ain't much of he ain't a ground person at all whatsoever. So he's a stand up striker. That's his thing. And and another I have to mention this person because Jon Jones was listed at number 4. So but Dana White announced last week he's off the pound for pound list. So that means everybody moved up. When it comes to everybody from 5 and down moved up a slot. But okay, so Israel Adesanya we got for number 3, and number 4 Francis Ngannou. I think he was Jon Jones was in front of him, and I I couldn't believe it, but he's ranked number 4 pound for pound, you know, and like you'll be surprised at a few of these I think like if you're champion, you should be on the list because you're the champion. Why shouldn't you be? You're the best in your weight class. Why shouldn't you be on the pound for pound list? You know what I mean? So, anyways, like I said, um, so Ngannou was number 6. No, shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was 4. I'm sorry. We got Dustin Port. He moved from Steve. Francis was number 5, moved to 4, and now we got Dustin Poirier at number 5. And not for nothing, I feel Dustin Poirier should be moved up on this list because he's fought. He fights. He's fought all the tough people. He had a fucking war with Dan Hooker. That fight is gonna be up for discussion for fight of the year, along with Alexander Volkanovski and the um, Brian Ortega. Those 2 fights are gonna be on the definitely up for fight of the year for the UFC, um, or in all of MMA period. Um, and we at 6 we have the light heavy who's fighting Saturday night, Jan Blachowicz, the light heavyweight champion of the world. So they had him at 7, the light heavyweight champion. They, who actually gave Israel Adesanya his first loss. I don't give a shit if he moved up in weight. He still lost, and what you don't know about a lot of kickboxing organizations. It's kind of like the old Pride. They have Grand Prix where you like middleweights can fight heavyweights and light heavyweights. So like there's a lot of that goes on in kickboxing. So um, I don't think Israel Adesanya should be in front of Jan. That's just my opinion. You know, Jan should be in the at least I I I feel the champions of each um weight class for the men should be uh in the top 5 or whatever. And there's just they have no respect for the UFC got no respect for the people on this list. It's crazy. Um, we got the Polish power, the power Polog himself. I can say that because I'm Polish. um, at number 6, and remember he was in number 7. So I mean that's kind of tough. And so from number 8 to number 7, we have Stipe Miocic, former heavyweight champion of the world. Um, Stipe hasn't fought since he's gotten knocked out by Francis Ngannou. So, um, I mean, he he just lost it. I mean, he didn't just lose it, but it was a few months ago. beginning. I think it was beginning the summer or something like that, or longer. Um, so everybody from 5 down got moved up a spot. All right, and like um Stipe Miocic is at number. He moved from number 8 to number 7. And number 8 we got Max Holloway. He's I mean, if Max had beaten Volkanovski that second time, he would be up a lot further because he as champion he was dominant. And the only his last 2 losses were to Volkanovski, which I didn't think Volkanovski was gonna win because Max he's gotten so much better. It's crazy. It's crazy. And so from 9 to 8 you got Max Holloway. And at number 9 we got Charles Oliveira, the lightweight champion of the world. That is just disrespectful. I am sorry. But the UFC landscape looks a little different since Chandler has came in. I mean, the last few names on this, it's kind of disrespectful to them because I expected them up a little further. You know what I mean? They got a bump because Connor. Everybody on here basically got 2 bumps because Conor McGregor and Jon Jones are not in the pound for pound talkings no more. So, um, I think that's why maybe 1 or 2 of these guys got on. So, Charles Oliveira went from number 10 to number 9. And at number 10, we got Brandon Moreno, the first ever born UFC champion. I can deal with that. Like I said, he just won the belt. So, I mean, it is what it is, I guess, for Brandon. He's an amazing fighter. Those Mexicans don't know how to give up. They're straight warriors. And number 11, we got Robert the Reaper Whitaker. There's 14 fighters on this list. 14. And they had Whitaker at number 11. Uh, I, I mean, it is what it is. Number 12, Peter Yan. And I think this list is very old. It they because people were holding belts. I mean, Oliveira wasn't even holding a belt in these pictures. So and Peter Yan is still holding a belt. So I think it's like the last pound for pound rankings, but it's still up on UFC.com. So we got number 11, number 12, Peter Yan, who's fighting this weekend against it's an interim bantamweight championship fight. So he's fighting Corey Sandhagen, and I feel like Corey Sandhagen is very ready for that interim belt. So So I'm picking Corey Sandhagen to beat Peter Yan. He's much longer. He got the reach. He's got those flying knockout knees. Him and Brian T. City Ortega were the only ones to ever knock out Frankie Edgar out cold. But Corey Sandhagen did it with a flying knee, walked off with Frankie still falling, hit his face on the mat. So I'm picking Corey Sandhagen to win that fight. So expect Corey Sandhagen to have a belt on his waist after Saturday night. Number number 13. This is very disrespectful. Another Trevor Whitman guy. He's actually fighting Michael Chandler, which is going to be probably the fight of the year. This is, well, or either the fight of the year, or I've been waiting for this fight for a couple years now. And once I heard this man signed to the UFC, I was like, that's the fight I instantly want to see. I instantly want to, like, Michael Chandler got hooked up as soon as he came here. He beat Dan Hooker. I give that to him, and he got a automatic title shot. I don't think that. I mean it. Fuck it. I mean, Dana knows what he's doing, right? He's a salty guy, so it is what it is. So, Justin Gaethje is at number 13. And I bet you people won't believe who is at number 14. Cyril Gane. That's who Francis Ngannou is fighting next. Because he has an interim heavyweight title. And Ngannou holds the heavyweight title. And them two are fighting. And that fight is interesting because when Ngannou and Cyril Gane are ex-teammates in France. Because when Francis, when he left Nigeria in the sand mines, he went straight to France and started boxing, training boxing and MMA. And Cyril Gane is still in that camp. So there's some old tension there. Like in my opinion, Cyril Gane don't deserve an interim title because Francis Ngannou had just won that belt a month earlier. I think that was Dana's fuck you to him because he wasn't happy with the money situation. But because he wants, believe it or not, Francis Ngannou, champion or no champion, which I think he can win. I really do. Cyril Gane is more more Muay type, like better, But he ain't gonna be able to do that shit that he pulled with the who did he fight for the interim title? Oh, I'm sorry. From Houston, Texas, the Black Beast, Derek Lewis. And he finished him. And he ain't gonna be able to do that shit to Francis. Because Francis hits very, very hard. Very, very, very hard. And he's got takedown defense now, too. So expect that fight to be a stand-up fight. So, what do you guys think of this pound-for-pound list? Do you disagree? Do you agree with it? Do you think fighters should have been were disrespected in a way, let me know in the comments. This is Billy Niz with the Square Off TV, and I'm off this. And I'm going to make another video and pick my winners. So maybe you guys can win some money this weekend. So tune in to the Square Off TV with your boy Billy Niz, and I'm off this. Peace.